It's 17 minutes after 9. You know, when you think of allergies, you probably think spring is the most hard-hitting time of the year, but this summer has really taken a toll, not just on the little ones, but the adults too.
Everybody, you said you're still bothered by it.
I got some like, you know, things that we won't talk about.
Dr. Denny's with us. She's here to tell us about the facts about all the different types of allergies that are really out there right now, affecting, like you said, not just kids, everybody's. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is it that's going on that's so tough this year?
Right, so we were sort of just talking about the mold counts are much higher this time of year than typically. It's really hot, it's really moist. Apparently, I've been out of town, I hear there's been a lot of rain going on around here, and that is just the perfect environment for mold to really flourish. And so this time of year we're having higher mold counts. So the people who are allergic to mold, which that may be what you're reacting to, are having more symptoms. Pollen's typically more in the spring. With all the rain, that keeps the pollen counts low, but it does increase the mold counts.
Well, let's discuss the difference between a pollen and a mold, because I guess, do they both put stuff into the air?
Correct. Yep. So pollen is what grows in grasses, on flowers, and then bees and birds kind of pollinate and move it, but it goes into the air and then people breathe it in. And basically what an allergy is your body's just having an exaggerated response to something. It's looking at it as if it's something that needs to be attacked, when really it's nothing harmful to the body, but it's having an exaggerated response. What happens is the body then releases a bunch of histamine in response to that allergen.
So if the allergen,
exactly, so if that allergen's pollen, so you breathe in the pollen in the air, you start getting that stuffy, itchy, congested nose, red, itchy, watery eyes, that phlegm in the throat, coughing. And then the same thing happens with mold. Those spores go through the air, you breathe those in, and then you have an allergic reaction if you have an allergy to mold.
Why is it then that some people don't have allergies? You would think that some people have such exaggerated responses. Some people aren't even bothered. I don't suffer allergies.
Right, and some people don't have allergies, then they move away, and then they come back to the area, and when their body sees those allergens again, all of a sudden they have that exaggerated response. Some people have allergies to certain things. Some people may not have a pollen allergy, but may have a mold allergy, and vice versa.
Now, the mold allergy effects are different how?
Well, the allergy symptoms are the same.
Okay.
It's just what the body is reacting to.
Okay.
So what are we doing to treat this? I mean, can you cure an allergy, or you just treat the symptoms?
You cannot. So the number one best way to avoid symptoms is avoidance of the allergen. So for example, if you have a pollen allergy and you know the pollen counts are highest in the mornings, don't go outside in the mornings. If you know that the mold counts are very high, you may want to do an indoor activity that day. Certain things like raking decaying leaves in the fall, that is going to kick up mold spores because mold like that environment. So avoiding those kind of activities. A couple things that you can do if your kids are outside playing, by all means we want kids outside playing. But at the end of the day, bring them in, shower them off. You know, we have a couple things here. If they're really having a lot of eye symptoms, you can rinse their eyes out. These are just some kind of saline bullets. You can rinse their eyes out. Showering them off, getting all that pollen or mold off their skin so they're not laying there with that antigen or that allergen on their skin or around their face as they sleep can be really helpful. You can do allergy medicine. I would definitely recommend talking to your pediatrician first before starting your child on a medicine, but you know, Benadryl for those acute kind of symptoms, but then an allergy medicine to kind of subdue those symptoms while you're having a lot of issues.
So you're not quite as miserable while it's all in progress.
Exactly.
I would imagine a dehumidifier would help a lot too.
It can help, yeah. So if you have mold in the house, that's really important. So, you know, people have a little moisture in their basement, getting a dehumidifier, trying to decrease the humidity lessens the likelihood of mold growth in the indoors.
But there is no permanent solution.
There's no permanent solution, and like I love in the spring throwing open the windows on that first nice day, but really if your child or you have allergies, you want to keep the windows closed of your car, your house, run the air conditioning because that's really going to clean the air for you.
Change that filter.
Change the filter, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
Dr. Denny, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it very much.
Appreciate it.
So it looks like you're stuck, buddy.
Coming up next, we're going to check in on our Cam versus Food Challenge.
Oh, I feel for him. He is putting down some pizza. Not just some pizza. A pizza. We'll see how he's doing when we come back. Oh, look at him.